Hey guys, welcome back to my channel The Programmer. How are you all? Hope you are doing well and in good health. So in this video we are going to understand JSX in React.js. So let's get started. Before we get started, I would like to tell you that finally we have our own Discord server live. So this is the Discord server called The Programmer, and I will leave a link down in the description of the server. Please do join the server. And please read all the rules, and you will get all the announcements as fast as possible, and you can ask your problems and doubts as well according to the languages, and you will definitely get your answer in few days, and you have a nice time in the server. So please join the server, link down in the description. So in this video we are going to learn about JSX in React.js. So let's get started. In our previous video, we have understood about components in React.js. So let's start our server first. Let's wait. And now, as you can see here, inside the return function of your component, you can see some HTML code here, which is called as JSX. This is not an HTML. I have told you that this is not an HTML in the previous video, and so I will explain you JSX in deeply in this video. So the first line you see in this code is an React synthetical sugar format. This is called as synthetical sugar format of React.js. This is simply a opening and closing tag. This is simply a empty opening closing tags, and this is not anything. This is just a simple opening and closing tag, and this is just a simple opening and closing tags. And you can use either this, or you can use a div here like this. This should work. As you can see here, it's working fine. And if you use any component outside this main div or synthetical sugar format, you will get error. So make sure you wrap your whole code inside a div or inside an empty opening and closing tag, which is called as synthetical sugar format of React.js. So now you can use HTML code here. Now you can use JSX here, such as h1. This is similar to your HTML, but there is some difference here. In HTML we were using class name. In HTML we were using class in order to define a class for any tags, but in React JSX you need to use class name, as class is an JavaScript reserved keyword. That is why we need to use class name instead of class. In camel casing, make sure you use camel casing. This is quite important. Let's save and let's check whether the class React has been added to the. As you can see, the class React has been added to our h1. As you can see here, it's class here, but we have added class name. So what's this? This home.html is getting into your app.js, and your app.js is getting under the React DOM of your index.js. So as you can see, let me remove this web rituals, this is not required. If you want, you can keep, but it's not too important. Yeah, as you can see in your index.js, they are importing app.js, and they are just rendering through the React DOM. They are just rendering your app.js using React DOM. And the second parameter is where the component should be rendered. So if you open your index.html inside your public folder, and I change this to something else, root 123, and let's save. I think it might get some error. Yeah, it's not running now. Target container is not an DOM element, so that's the error. And now here, if we use this, it should work. what is basically going on is a function called render inside your React DOM, and they are rendering your app.js component inside your document, inside your HTML root ID. So like this, and if I make this root, that's default. Now that's running, that's fine. That's the whole thing which is going on here. And in your app.js, now if we see h1, that's fine. And in your HTML, we were using inputs there were just a opening tag for your input such as text, but if you want self-closing tags in JSX, you need to add a / at the end of the tag like this. Let's save, and your input has been added, where you can add any input you want. It's quite similar to your input time as well. So all the input is now like this. It's same. And in HTML we were using for label tags in order to define where this label is going to use. Let me add an input called name input. And in label, previously in HTML we were using for in order to define this label is used for the particular tag. Let me add like this. Yeah, it's added, but there is an error called DOM property for HTML for. As you can see here, we need to add HTML for here instead of for. In camel casing, now if we save and we reload, there is no error. This is because for is an reserved keyword in JavaScript. This is the same logic of the class, why we use class name instead of class. There are some reserved keywords in your JavaScript and which cannot be used as in your JSX. That is why they had made class name and HTML for. There are quite more things in JSX which we will understand by the time. And let me create a simple form, and that's it for this video. If you like this video, please like, share, subscribe to my channel, and do hit the bell icon as well. And don't forget to join my Discord server.